Hello, friends, and welcome back to Literacy Time. Are you ready for some more fun? Let's get started. Today, we will be listening to the story The Napping House and speaking about how the setting changes throughout the story. Then, we will be writing about how the setting changed from one part in the story to another. Time for a review of the parts of the book. We have the front cover, and that shows us the title, which is the name of the book and the biggest words on the page. We have the author who writes the words and the illustrator who draws those beautiful pictures. We turn it to the back, and that is the back cover, and that has some information and a nice picture a lot of the time. And then we have the spine, which holds the book together so we can enjoy reading it. Let's go over this story again. Let's see. And what we really want to focus on this time is the setting and how it changes from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. So really pay attention to that setting and what that is in this story. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog on a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Piling up. And on that dog, there is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that cat, there is a mouse, a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that mouse, there is a flea. Can it be a wakeful flea on a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping? A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. Do you remember what happens? That wakeful flea bit the mouse. Who scares the cat? Who claws the dog? Claws the dog. Who thumps the child? Thump. Who bumps the granny? Who breaks the bed? Look at that bed. In the napping house where no one is now sleeping. Now everyone's awake. Do you see them all in the yard? All of those characters in the yard? Wowza. Now think about how the setting of the story changed as we were reading it. Today you will need some crayons and your Lesson 6 activity sheet. So we have been talking about the setting of the story or where the story takes place. And so in the napping house, we really want to focus on what the setting looked like at the beginning of the story and how it changed to the end of the story. So I'm not going to do that for you guys because I know you can do it, but I'm going to give you an example of what it means to have a change maybe in the setting. So what I am going to think of is, I'm going to think of the daytime. So I'm going to draw a big sun. I'm going to draw the rays. So I have the sun here. I know it's the daytime. I'm going to grab some green for the grass. And I know that I have some nice blue sky in the background. Now, if you look at this, I would say I did a pretty great job at drawing daytime. So I'm going to write day time here. And now on this side, I'm going to think, how can I make the setting of my story change? So I had the daytime. You know what? I'm going to do something that's completely different. And I'm going to draw something. I want to see if you can guess it before I give it away, okay? So I'm still going to draw some grass down there, okay? I'm going to draw some of the sky. But I'm going to add in some darkness here. And I'm going to draw the moon. I can't draw the moon in white because I'm drawing on white paper, but kind of looks like the moon there. Okay? So now I want to know, can you tell what my change was here? I had daytime. Then I made everything a little bit darker. And the sun is now gone, and I have the moon out. And maybe even some stars. What do you think? You think I drew nighttime? Well, you would be absolutely correct. So I changed it here and I drew the nighttime. Okay? Now I need you all to go back, if you don't remember, and look through the story, maybe at the beginning of the story and at the end, and see how the setting, the napping house, changed. You're going to draw that on your activity sheet. And then you are also going to fill in the sentence starter at the bottom. So it says, in this part of the story, I noticed, and then the setting changed by, and how it changed. So how it started, how it changed. Ready, set, go! Great work today, friends. I will see you tomorrow for some more literacy time. Bye.